Well, this is the final assignment. So basically, we have to take the house that we have already built in Revit, and we have to create like this site plan with 4 houses like this. They are attached here, and I want you to work on this site plan. We have different levels. We will learn how to work with a ramp. Then we will create like a swimming pool here. Okay, so we have to do something to create the context to all these houses. So I'm going to upload this file on Canvas, and then you have the first thing you have to do is to insert the new file on the existing Revit file. So you know that we had this. Okay, so we have here the file with the house itself. I would delete it just because we don't need it anymore. And the first thing we have to do is to insert, import cat, and we have to insert this site plan. There you go. And now we have to copy this one here. Okay, so this is the basement. So we have to copy this corner here. First, we have to select the drawing, the AutoCAD drawing. Then we have to unpin this drawing, and then we can move it from this point to this point. Okay. So now this is the site plan. I would increase the scope box, and I want to move the elevation mark because now we are extending the file, and this is it. We have this as a reference. And well, I don't know if we need this here. We have the elevation here. We have a platform. We have to create something here, but it's about materials or trees, or we have to do something for the site plan. But these are the houses. So we need a mirror here. We have to mirror this house, and then we have to copy these 2 houses there. So let's do it, but we have to do it on the 3D view. On the 3D view, if we work with this, in this case, the 3D view, we have the section box. I'm going to do this. And well, first mirror. So select the model. Then mirror draw axis. And I'm going to draw this axis. Delete element. So here we have 2 houses. Okay. Well, I should have deleted this. I didn't delete this. Okay, I'm going to undo because we don't need this staircase anymore. It was there. I'm going to delete it. And now I'm going to do the same. Top view, select the model, mirror, make sure that we select this corner. And there you go. So let's check. Everything's there. Yep, we have this. And now we have to copy this here. So I can select the 3D view, or I can select everything, and then I can move to level 0 because we have to move this corner here. Oh, sorry, it's not move, it's copy. Okay, we have copied it. You see that there is like something that it's not accurate. Well, I don't mind. Now this is our file, and I need this just as a reference. I need the site plan just as a reference. Probably the house that we have modeled is just is slightly smaller than the only one. I don't mind. Okay, so we have just copied this, and now we need this just as a reference because we have to create a topography. You know that this is a basement, so we have to create retaining walls here. And then we need to create the ramp here. This is what we're going to do next. Let's take a look at the 3D model. And well, we see that there's a gap here. We have to close this gap. And there's something that, well, I don't know, maybe it happened to me. Maybe I didn't select everything, but you see that we don't have this planter here. I think we can copy or mirror this here. Okay, the same thing with this one. There you go. And I don't know. Okay, we don't have. You see that we had an element here, but we don't continue this. Okay, if this happens to in your file, make sure that you fix it. Actually, I don't know why it happened. If I select this and I select all that stuff and I mirror again. Okay, now it works. When we are copying or mirroring things, we have to make sure that we have finished the original model. And once we are done with the original model, then we can start copying, or because otherwise we have to, if there's something missing, for example, this roof, then I have to do this roof 4 times. Okay, so make sure that you finish everything before mirroring or copying things. Okay, so the next step is to create a topography because this is the basement where all these columns are. This is the basement. So if we look at the original file, you see that we have like a road, an underground road here, so that we can park cars there. Okay, and this is what I'm gonna do now. You see that we have retaining walls. Okay, if we open this underground thing, we need retaining walls all around, and even for the ramp. First, we need retaining walls. Can we do that? Yes, we can. So let's open Revit again. Let's go to level 0. And you see that we have a line here, so we can use this green line to create retaining walls. So if we go to structure, we can work with structural wall. And in this, there will be interior. or if we don't have it, well, probably if you open this structure, wall structure, you will have like a 1-foot retaining wall. I have all the walls here, so probably I have, okay, yes, wall retaining concrete. Okay, so I'm going to use this one, and then I'm going to use this pick lines tool, and I'm going to select all these. This is not visible in this floor plan. Why? Well, sometimes that happens because we are working with an architectural discipline. If we turn this into a structural discipline, we don't see it. Is it in a different level? Yes, it's in a different level. There you go. Okay, so this is on level 0, and it has an offset like this. Well, sometimes that happens in Revit. It uses weird offsets. So at the top constraint, I want to go to level 1, and the offset is 0. So now it's in the right place, and we don't need the structural discipline. We have to work, we can work with the architectural discipline. And the retaining wall is here. As you can see, we have selected the line, and this is the middle line of this. We can always use a line for that. So we can select this one. Or we can move it. Join. Like this. And well, this is not perfect. Maybe we can move it. Or we can always select that tool wall, and we can select this fillet. With fillet, it rounds a corner created by 2 lines. Okay, so we can do it. Actually, I don't like it. I'd rather create a wall, and I can create a start, end, and radius arc. Okay, different ways to do this. This is the start. Texture wall is one, the first point, the end, and now we can create a radius. Okay. If it's not exactly the same, I don't mind, but we have to create this this arc. Okay. And now we have another thing. You see that we have columns, and then we have a retaining wall. Structurally, it doesn't make sense. So probably we can get rid of this line of columns, because if we have a retaining wall here, we don't need that column. Okay, we'll do that later. What else? We can continue this. So I'm going to keep working with the wall, selecting this line. And that happened because you see that we have the wall center line. Now I'm going to face exterior. And if I select this wall, you see that now it matches well. So I'm going to select this and this, and now not this one. You see, if you have this exterior wall, you have a dashed line, so you can decide where the wall. Okay, if you want to go inwards, then you have to do this. Here we have, apparently there are more than one wall. Okay, so if we do this, we can select the trim. We can do that. And now I can keep creating the wall. This one in the other direction, like this. And this one. And now I'm going to do this. Well, apparently we have another one here, this one. So I can trim this and this. I can trim these two lines because there's a retaining wall and join element. For example, that doesn't make any sense. If we have a retaining wall, we don't need this column, so we can delete it. And now I can keep working with this file, wall. I'm going to work with all these and this one and this one. And now I'm going to trim everything like this, and like this. There you go. Okay, I went just to create. I can create this profile, but I don't mind. So now I have to trim this line and this line. The same thing. I don't need these columns here because I have a retaining wall. And now everything is closed, you know, but here this is open. So probably can create another retaining wall here. Yep, I'm going to do that. I'm going to create a retaining wall here. And I don't know why. To align. And this is not aligned. Interesting. Okay. I'm using this just as a reference. So if this doesn't match, it's because probably the original files of the houses are not exactly the same, but I don't mind. In this case, we're working with the Revit file and we use the AutoCAD file just as a reference. So we need to know that there are retaining walls here. So the retaining walls have to create a closed loop. And here there's a ramp. So from this level, I have to go to the basement level. And that's it. I have to check the 3D view because I don't know if the level, you see, the level of the retaining wall is not up to level 1. Oh, because this is unconnected. I thought I had connected this to the to level 1, but I haven't. Anyway, I think we can do something better if we use the top view here. Now we have to adapt the floor to this retaining wall. So I'm going to do this, edit boundary, and now I want to align. This is the wall, and this is the floor boundary. This is the wall, and this is the floor. And this is the wall, this is the floor. And I have to do it again. There you go. Okay, click go. I see. If I align this here, this doesn't work, and this doesn't work. So probably I have to do something like that and then trim. Yeah. And then would you like to attach the wall to this floor? I want. Okay. And probably now it will be attached. No, but we can do it. If we select this and we select attach to top base and we select this one, we can do it. Okay, so we have to extend all these floors to the retaining wall, and then we can attach everything to that. Okay, so now I'm going to select this one, top view. I want to align this here, and edit boundary. I'm going to move it. Okay, so make sure that it. This is here. Yep. So to be careful, because if this is not accurate, okay, when in doubt, do it again. Okay. And I'm going to do this. Or even better, I'm going to create a floor. Well, you see what I'm. Yep. There is something here that it's not matching. So there's an overlap between different floors. Okay, I have to fix it. So far, what I'm gonna do is to delete this. I'm going to select this. So I'm going to select this line. Now I'm going to delete this one. Select this line here, and now I can trim. Okay, so we have the first, we have the second, and then we have to do the same with the rest. But here we have a ramp, so for this one will be different. Okay, let's work with this first. I'm going to delete, I'm going to throw it again, starting from this point. And Now this is an opening. Nothing up here yet. Align this one here. And now we can trim this. Closed loops, trim. Here you go. And then finally, we have this one. And for this one, I'm going to extend this floor up to this ramp and then all the way here. Okay, so we can edit boundary. I can delete this one. I can delete that one. And I'm going to select boundary 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and now trim. This is here. This one here. I don't need this one. Trim here. And I need to close this loop. Okay, so this is a closed loop now. I can select, and there's something, okay, it's not connected here. There you go. Okay, so now we have the horizontal podium here. We have to create this ramp. We have to go from this point up to the basement level. And then we have to start working on all these side. But first, we have to attach all the walls to this. If we select this and attach to top base, attach to top base. Okay, since this wall, it's a continuous wall, and this is not a continuous floor, that's the issue. So probably we can select this. We can connect this to level 1. But now you see that there's an overlap between the wall and the floor. So if this floor, let's edit type, because we have to find out the width, the thickness. It's 1 foot 6 inches, and well, if the top offset is negative 1 foot and 6 inches, that looks better. So if we do this with all the basement walls, if all basement walls are connected to level 1 and the offset is -1.6 inches, well, it will work. What's this? Oh, this is the floor. Yeah, so we have a floor to the basement. So that's another thing we have to do. We have to extend this floor throughout the basement. So I can work with level 0. And I think this is floor. I'm going to delete all these floors, including this one. And I'm going to create a floor, architecture floor, with these 2 peak lines. And I just want to pick the boundary of this retaining wall here. Is it? And now we do have a floor.